Hi, my name is Jim, and this is my story. I met my wife about 34 years ago. She has a disease called endometriosis, which means that she hasn't been able to have kids, or that she wasn't able. They've been telling her since she was a teenager that she should have a hysterectomy and that there was no chance. But if God wants you to have kids, I guess you do. So we were able to have a little boy, and it was a miraculous occurrence. Very excited. It's something that she's always wanted and didn't think she could ever have. And we were on vacation in Houston. About 10 o'clock in the morning, we were having coffee and just enjoying fellowship with some friends. And Joe was he was 22, like I said, 22 months old, and he was just playing in the backyard and just enjoying the morning. And I didn't hear him for a while, and minutes had gone by. I would say 4 to 8 minutes, and I looked over and I saw a hot tub there in the backyard, and there was no cover on it. It was just a bubble wrap plastic that they had cut to the size of the tub, and I thought, oh man, he can't be in there. But I pulled that cover back, and he had drowned in that hot tub. I jumped in and pulled him out. My wife, I screamed for my wife, but he was blue and had been in there for, I'm guessing, 4 to 8 minutes. And she started working on him, doing rescue breathing and all that. And she worked on him for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and nothing happened. So she was working on him, and the best I can explain it, I was just in a little bubble with God. It was me and God and my problem, and there was no words to it. But I just groaned. I groaned before God. And my son breathed. He opened his eyes. His eyes were normally bright blue. They were black. And he was not with it. He was his mind was not there. But we scooped him up and ran into the hospital. She was very familiar with the EMS services there, and she said, we're not waiting for the ambulance. So we scooped him up and went to the hospital. The doctors checked him out, and they said we don't like to see him in hot water. Because I guess typically if someone falls through the ice and they're in cold water, there's a much better chance for them to be revived without much problems, or with less problems. But you're in hot water for 4, 5, 8 minutes. Your temperature gets up to a certain point, and brain cells start dying. And so the doctor said, like I said, he said time will tell how much brain damage that he has. And so we're there at the hospital, and they put him in bed, and he goes to sleep. And I wasn't really a biblical literate at all. 28 years old at the time, but I had read a couple of verses, and one of the verses said, bear one another's burdens, and whatever you ask in my name I'll give to you. And so, like I said, I've not even the right interpretation or usage of verses, but I said, okay, Lord, if this is all true, then I want you to give me his brain damage. And he woke up after 7.5 hours, perfect. Bright blue eyes, jumped out of bed, ran down the hallway, and doctors were amazed. And in August, he'll be 34. It's Just God has just taken me on a journey. At first, He taught me that prayer was more than a abstract religious ritual. Then he taught me that he was there and he listened to me, and he taught me about intercessory prayer. I can pray for someone else. And he taught me that he can heal people. There's nothing that is impossible. And there's nothing to fear. The miracles of the Bible are not just some dusty, dead stories. God is alive, and doing things for us right now.